What am I trying to say? Hold on. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Abby and today we're going to be talking about my goals for 2023. But before we get into that, I want to go back and let's go through my 2022 goals and talk about those and see how I did with meeting them. So my first goal for 2022 was to establish a morning routine and get up, do my bike pedals, read my Bible, or do some sort of exercise before my workday started. And I would say for the vast majority of the year, I didn't stick with that, but these last couple months, I've really gotten into a groove and I've set myself a pretty good morning routine. I've been slacking on my Bible reading some, but in the last couple weeks it's been better. My Bible reading has not been as where I wanted it to be, but I have gotten so much better about getting up in the morning, giving myself time to myself, doing my bike pedals. I've been doing really good about getting up and going to the gym a couple mornings a week. I have done some Bible reading, so I would say towards the end of the year, I did fulfill that goal and kind of settle into a routine for myself. The next goal was to read the entire Bible. My plan was to do chapters from the New and Old Testament each day, and I started out doing that, but I did not complete that Bible reading, and I didn't read straight through the Bible through the entire year. I followed some other reading plans for my church, and I did read, I would probably say for the majority of the days I did read my Bible, but I did not do it every day, and I did not complete the Bible in a Year program I had started for myself. My next goal, which has been my goal for years now, is to reach my goal weight, and I did not reach my goal weight. I'm going to talk about my weight and stuff a little bit later, but I did not reach that goal. I actually gained weight. Next was no more tracking food, and I stopped tracking my food. I think in the springtime, it's hard to remember, but I think I started calorie counting again at some point in this year. But I'm off that again, and I feel like I'm in a really good place as far as food goes, and I'm no longer tracking. No credit card debt. This is a goal I actually accomplished, you guys. I paid off my credit card debt, and I still use my credit card, but I've been able to pay it off at the end of every month, and so that just feels amazing that I have my credit cards paid off, and by the end of next year, I will have my car paid off, and it's gonna be really good to like slowly get out of these debts. So I'll have my car paid off in the next year. I still have some student loans which keep getting deferred, so I haven't had to pay them in a while. And then my mortgage. So I really don't have a lot of debt, and that really makes me happy. So I'm glad I finally am free from the credit card debt, and I'm doing so much better with budgeting and stuff. So we're on a really good track with that. The next thing I wanted to do was save enough money for LASIK eye surgery, and I was doing really well saving money for that, and then I kept coming across these videos on TikTok about how people just had these horrible experiences with it, and it made me nervous, and then I decided to take the money I did save and put it towards paying off my credit cards. So I did not meet that goal, and LASIK eye surgery is something that I've changed my mind about, and I'm kind of still on the fence about, so I'm gonna wait. Maybe in a few years it's something I'll do, but it's not something I really want to do anymore. My next goal for 2022 was to be more consistent with workouts and build muscle. For most of the year, I don't think I did the best. I paused my gym membership all summer, but in these last few months, I've definitely gotten into a better routine about going to the gym. So that's good. Let's talk about my social media subscriptions, because those were some of my goals. YouTube, my goal was to get 2,000 subscribers. I was at 879 at the end of 2021, and now I need to check, I don't even remember. I know I didn't hit 2,000. I am at 1,184. So let's talk about this for a second. At the end of 2021, I had enough watch hours to be monetized, but I didn't have enough subscribers. And now I have enough subscribers, but I do not have enough watch hours because I took a lot of breaks and didn't post as consistently. So that's my own fault. So I did not meet that goal. And then my goal was to get 500 on Instagram and 20,000 on TikTok. I have 13,000 on TikTok and about 420 on Instagram. But I did grow. I had 8,300 on TikTok at the end of last year, and now I'm at 13,000. And Instagram, I had 379 and I'm up 420. So if I just get more consistent this year with my social media, I really think I'm gonna see some good growth by the end of 2023. So I really honestly didn't meet a lot of my goals for this year, for last year, like 2022, but I'm okay with that, and I'm just gonna keep working towards them. I think maybe the point isn't necessarily like achieving the goals, like you did it, but just a goal is something you're just working towards. So I'm continuing to work towards these things, and I'm gonna keep pushing forward with that. So that was like a recap of 2022. So let's get into 2023 and my new goals for that. The first thing I want to really focus on is posting 2 videos a week on YouTube for the entire year. I don't want to take any breaks again. I don't want to give up. I think it was back in the spring, I just stopped posting. I didn't post all summer mostly. And I genuinely wasn't sure if I was going to keep posting. I was quitting. I didn't think I was going to do it anymore. And I don't want to do that. My goal is to have a secondary income through social media and be able to one day when I get married and have kids, to be able to stay home with my kids and just be their mom and not have to work or maybe do minimal daycare or something like that. But my goal is to be a mom one day. That is the only thing I've ever wanted in my entire life. And I think it would be great if I could just find a way to have a job where it's just me and my kids. And so that's a goal for me. I'm going to stick with this 2 videos a week for all of 2023, you guys. So in the comments below, let me know what kind of stuff you want to see. I've kind of been changing things up and doing more day in the lives while showing you what I'm eating versus strict what I eat in a days. I've been trying to show more daycare. So do you guys like that, or do you like straight what I eat in a day videos? I've been trying to play around with like time lapses and do some cleaning and organizing stuff. I have a lot of cleaning I need to do. Do you guys want to see videos like that? Please leave me a comment down below about what kind of videos you want to see and if you've been liking what I've been doing these last couple weeks. My next goal, let's just tie into the social media stuff while I'm on that. So my goal overall is to just increase my social media followers from Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I really want to get better at posting on Instagram, and that's where I've struggled for years with doing Instagram, but my goal is to do better with that. Being monetized on YouTube has been a goal for years, so that is something I really want to accomplish in 2023. So to really help me out with that, watching my videos, going back watching my old videos, watching these ones all the way through, you just want to like let them play while you're cleaning or something, like that will help me reach my goal if you want to help me out with that. You don't have to, obviously, but if you would like a way to help me, watching my videos really will help me get watch hours. I think I need like 1,200 watch hours, which sounds like a lot, but I think we can do it, guys. So that is all of my goals as far as social media goes. My next goal is it was to read the Bible in a year, straight through, like Genesis through Revelation, because I've done that a couple times in different ways. But I also decided I really want to start Bible journaling, and that's something I am very new at. I was never a kid that like kept a diary, and if I did, I'd get embarrassed and rip the pages out and throw it away. I'm not a big journaler, but that's something I really want to start doing this year because I think it'll help strengthen my relationship with the Lord and help me to grow deeper in that. And I started it this morning. Today's actually January 1st. I'm filming that, so starting off the year strong. So I got up this morning and I was gonna do, my Bible in a Year program had me set to do Genesis 1 through 3. And it just felt like too much with journaling. Like, I know that maybe today it would have been fine, but in a week or in a couple days or in a couple months, journaling 2 to 3 chapters a day of the Bible, it won't allow me to get deeper into it and really focus on what I'm reading, because it'll be a lot and I know I'll feel overwhelmed. And so my goal is to just spend time in the Bible every day and do a chapter a day and really start journaling. And I want to learn how people do this like bullet journaling and make it look so pretty. And I started and I kind of tried to do a little bit today. So I did Genesis 1, and I started off like, I put the date, I wrote things I'm grateful for, and I started off and just wrote some stuff that I picked up from the first chapter of Genesis, which is the creation chapter. And then at the end of my journaling, I wrote down some prayers that I have, and this is just kind of like my journal to God, like talking to Him. So anything I write down here is kind of like for the Lord. So my prayers, I just wrote them down, and I know God knows what I wrote, and hopefully, you know, He'll answer them. And yeah, so that's really what my goal is, to Bible journal. Hopefully by the end of 2023, my Bible journaling will look a lot prettier, because I'm honestly not that like artsy of a person drawer wise. So I want to try to get better with that. And I really enjoyed doing this morning. I put on some Christian piano music and just did one chapter and it was great, and I felt like I could really dive deeper. So my goal is to journal and read the Bible every day. My last goal is a goal that I have had for years, and it is to reach my goal weight as far as like weight loss and stuff goes. You guys have watched me for almost 3 years. In March, it'll be 3 years that I started this channel, and you guys have watched me since then. If you've been here since the beginning, I started off doing WW, I've done calorie counting, I've done intuitive eating, I've gone back to calorie counting. I don't know that I ever went back to WW once I stopped it. I honestly don't remember. But I have struggled with eating for the last 3 years. I've struggled with it probably since I was on and off, since I was 11. And it's just something that I feel like I'm at the cusp of like getting over all of my food issues, but I wasn't gonna necessarily even put this down as a goal, but it still is my goal. Like, there's a weight I want to get to that I know I feel good at, because I got to it in spring of 2021 after I finished 75 hard. I got down to like 150-ish, right around there, and I felt really good. Even though back then there was still part of me that felt fat and felt like I needed to get down to like 130. But now I know, looking back and remembering how part of me felt, if I get down to 150, like, I'm gonna feel great, and that's where I want to get to. And I'm just determined to do that this year. I started off last year, 2022, weighing at like 168. And this morning I weighed myself. I currently weigh 174.8. So I gained almost 7 pounds in the year of 2022. And I'm disappointed in myself for doing that, but I also am okay, because honestly, even though the scale doesn't say what I want it to say, I just feel like I'm in a way better headspace. And I might say this, I know I've said this in the past, but truly it's just different this time. I'm in a much better headspace. I'm not that focused on what the scale says. I just know where I want to get down to. But if I'm being consistent in doing workouts, drinking water, and being active, and my eating's decent, then I'm gonna be okay if the scale doesn't get down to 150, but I think it can, because I've done it before. But I just feel like I'm in a way better headspace than I've ever been, ever. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like I have so much clarity on food and this journey, and it just feels really good. There's still areas where I struggle. Sometimes I overthink like the ingredients in the food and if it's healthy, but then I also am like, you know, I just really want this, and if I don't give in to cravings every once in a while, then I will binge. So I'm not like perfect. I still struggle here and there, but I just feel like in a really good place, and I felt like in a really good place for the last month or so. I've just felt really good mentally, and like around Christmas, I let myself eat what I want for like 4 or 5 days, and then I got rid of all the junk, and I kept drinking my water. I've been drinking this gallon of water. I think the only day I didn't was on Christmas. Sorry, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna take a drink. I think Christmas and Christmas Eve I didn't do this. But I also realized, like, I'm not the type of person that can keep certain candies and cookies in the house too. I've just like had these realizations in the last like couple months, like just really settling in and feeling good and figuring things out. You know, some people say on, you know, watch videos on TikTok about people who are very anti-diet culture. They're like, you should be able to have whatever you want in the house as long as you eat it in moderation. As long as you're letting yourself have it, then you won't binge it. And it's like, you know what? There's just certain foods I will binge eat. It doesn't matter if I let myself have 2 or 3. 2 or 3 isn't enough. I can't stop with certain things. And I've kind of realized that. Let's just use like Oreos for an example. Like, I'm not gonna keep Oreos in the house because I will eat them all, okay? But if I'm out like at dinner or I'm at a party and there's some Oreos sitting there, I'll eat a couple because I enjoy them. Or brownies. Like, I can't make a pan of brownies and keep them in the house, but if I'm out to eat at a picnic, I'll let myself have a brownie. It's not that I can never have brownies, it's just for the majority of the time, I eat food at my house. So I'm not gonna keep those at my house. There are certain sweets I can keep at the house that I like, but I don't like love, so I can balance it out. And that's something I've kind of realized, like, it's okay to not be able to have certain foods around. And I used to feel guilty because I was like, well, I should be able to keep this food in the house. Otherwise, I haven't really, like, I'm not free from diet culture or whatever. I don't even know how to explain it, but That's just something I've learned about myself. There's just certain things I can't keep around, and that's okay. Certain cereals, no way, they'll be gone in like 3 days because I'll have like 5 bowls a day. Like I just can't do that. And I've really been good about listening to my hunger cues too, and not feeling like I have to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snacks. Like I just mostly just eat when I feel hungry, and that's been really good too. Basically, that long ramble was to explain that yes, I gained about 7 pounds in this last year, but I really think this year coming up, 2023, is gonna be my year to finally like get to the weight I wanna be at, which I've done twice in the last 3 years. I've gotten 30 pounds down twice in the last 3 years, which my highest weight starting all this was 185. So I'm still like 10 pounds down, but I've gotten 30 pounds down twice. But both those times were after extreme programs, 75 hard, and then I did really, really strict with WW the time before that. And this time I wanna get 30 pounds down, being completely just myself and listening to my body and not following some crazy strict program. So we'll see what I weigh at the end of next year. And hopefully like I'm in an even better place next year, because the reason I want to see that number on the scale is because there's certain clothes I put on that I just don't feel good in my body, and I want to feel a little bit better in my body. And I don't know, that's the reason why I want to get that goal weight. So we'll see what happens. I also have 4 daily goals I'm going to work on. I don't know if you remember last year, I did this whole thing where I made this chart, and monthly I was going to make a chart about doing Bible, pray, workout, and water. They were the 4 things. And I didn't stick to it. And after like March, I don't even know if I printed out March's calendar, but I stopped printing them out. I didn't even like pay attention to it anymore, but I printed out, I'll put a picture of it here. I printed out 4 calendars, and it has the entire year on one piece of paper. And I printed out 4. I printed out 1 for each of my goals. And I think this will help because I don't have to go print them out every month. It's just there, and it's not going to be something I'm obsessive about. It's not a challenge. It's not, like I said, something I'm going to obsess about. It's just for documentation. I just want to see at the end of the year, like all the colors colored in or not colored in, and just see how I did throughout the year. It's kind of just like a progress chart. Like, you know how when you close your rings on your Apple Watch, you can go back and see how many days you did it. And I just want to have something like that at the end of next year, just to see how many days I did. So my 4 things are: read the Bible every day, spend some time in prayer, whether that's me actually praying out loud in my head, or just, I think prayer also is just sitting with God and letting him talk to you. So that's the kind of prayers I'm going to try to do at least once a day. I'm going to do some sort of workout, either 30-minute bike pedals or go lifting at the gym, go for a walk, some type of exercise. Which that reminds me, I did not bike pedal today, so I need to go do that in a little bit. And then I want to drink water. So I've been drinking this gallon water for the last like month or so now. And I was like, gallon a day, do it. And I was like, wait a minute, be realistic. Are you genuinely going to be able to drink a gallon of water every single day for the whole year? And honestly, probably not. Like if I have, I don't even know, like say I have a wedding to go to, or if I go to an amusement park one day, like I don't know, but there's gonna be days, or go to the movie theaters, like I'm not gonna wanna drink a gallon of water and then have to pee all the time and miss whatever I'm doing. So there may be select days where I can't do a gallon of water, but I don't wanna let that impede my goals. So I'm trying to keep it more realistic. So my goal, I have to at least drink 80 ounces of water. And most days I wanna do a gallon. So most days I'm gonna hit for a gallon, try to finish this thing. But my minimum goal is 80 ounces. I'm trying to keep it realistic so I can set myself up for success and not failure. So, and if you guys have watched my previous goal videos the last couple years, I always pick a word of the year. And this year I decided on the word confident. So confident, I have the definition I found from Google. It just says having strong belief or full assurance, sure of oneself. And there are a couple of areas where I want to be more confident. And the first one is in my faith. And the first part of that is like, I want to be confident in the Lord's plan for my life. And not question that or try to go off the path from what he wants me to do for my life. And really have confidence in him. And like the thing I said this earlier, the only thing I've ever wanted in my whole life was to be a wife and a mom. And that is something I like. 30, I'm gonna be 31 this year, and I don't know, it feels old to me, and I just pray almost every day for him to bring me my husband. And I just want to keep confidence in him and not doubt that he's going to provide that for me in my life, because I don't think God puts these deep desires in our hearts if he doesn't plan to fulfill them. And I just want to make sure I'm staying focused on him and his plan for my life, and I'm confident and I don't give up on the fact that he's going to fulfill that desire one day. And the other part of my faith is like, just have confidence in the fact that I am a Christian, and there's a certain way Christians are called to live in this world, and it is not the same way that most people in this world live. I just want to be confident in the way I choose to live my life, and not let other people make me feel less than because I choose to live a certain way that, like I said, most of the world does not live. And that's okay. Like, there's no judgment. That's just the way I choose to live my life, and I want to be confident in that. The other way I want to be confident is the way I look. So no matter what the scale says, I want to be confident in who I am and who God made me, and the way I look, and just like as a person, the way God made me. And, you know, not in a way where I'm full of myself or like think I'm so great, but just confident in a way where I can just be comfortable and enjoy life. Like, I'm proud of who I am and happy with the way I look and feel. And this also ties into it, like also confident in social situations. There's so many times where I am in social situations with people and I feel like I do really well, and I talk, and then I go home and I'm like, why did I say that? Why did I say this? I feel so stupid. I get anxiety in social situations sometimes, and I just want to have more confidence in the fact that, I don't know, just in social situations, I just want to be more confident and not second guess everything, or think I said something stupid, or think, wow, they probably hate me because I said this. They probably took it the wrong way. Like, if you guys could be inside my brain, it's like a million hamster wheels just running, thinking about different things. And I just want to be more confident in that in social situations. So confident is my word. I'll read the definition again. It is having a strong belief or assurance and be sure of oneself. So that's my word of the year. So I'm going to try to really focus on that and just continue to better myself. And that wraps up my goals for 2023. If you made it this long, drop an emoji down below, because this was probably a really long video. I was talking a lot. Drop me some sort of New Year's emoji down below, just to let me know that you made it to the end. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Like I said earlier, if you want to help me out with this channel, watch my videos, give me likes, give me some comments, press that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed to me yet. And let's grow Instagram and TikTok. Come find me over there. I really plan on posting more on Instagram, I promise. I've been getting on and storying every couple of days, so come find me and we can have some fun over there too. And I will see you guys for my next video. Bye.